building?
Well, Paula, this unique masterpiece of architecture is the City Hall.
Oh, really?
And has always been the City Hall since the time when it was erected. It was the year 1527 when Seville was enjoying the monopoly of the trade with the New World. All the Americans, the Philippines, all the Spanish empire, let's say, at a time. And Seville was very wealthy because we have the Guadalquivir River. So all their goods and all the richnesses coming from the New World, the gold, silver, and all the goods coming from all over the world went to Europe. It came into Europe through the port of Seville. So for that time, in 1527, the Emperor Charles I of Spain and V of Germany, 1 year after he got married at the Royal Palace of Seville, decided to build a brand new city hall.
Because it was a very rich city.
It has always been a very special city and very wealthy at that time.
Yeah.
Seville would be in the 1500s like the equivalent to New York. Very cosmopolitan, very international city.
The European New York.
Yes.
Okay. So, that's fine.
And where are we heading now? So, darling, do you think that we should take a bike?
No, we don't need it.
You sure?
Yes, it's a walking distance that way. Follow me.
Okay. So, Paul, I have a question.
Tell me.
What's the kind of food that makes Seville such an attractive destination for foodies, for people who love gastronomy?
The tapa concept. You know what a tapa is?
It sounds me a lot. So I have heard that the tapa is something original from Seville.
Yes, definitely. Tapa is a piece of a dish, a traditional dish from a traditional recipe. You don't need only one tapa. On a regular basis, what we do here is to go to different restaurants or bars, and you ask for some tapas, and then you go to another place and ask for more tapas. So at the end of the day, you eat different kinds of foods and tapas in different places.
So that sounds like a lot of fun. So you just don't go to one certain restaurant or bar, but you visit a certain number of them.
Yes, because that's part of our social life.
So you socialize and you enjoy food, enjoy drinks with friends, with family, with colleagues from work.
That is, in Seville with this wonderful weather, we enjoy very much to being outside. To go to one place, jump into another.
So Seville local life is mostly lived in the streets?
Yes, and life in the streets.
That sounds a lot of fun. Well, Paula, with this conversation, I have to admit I'm starting to feel really hungry. Where are you taking me?
Okay, we are very near.
You know, I love surprises, but are you sure that we are close?
Don't be anxious. Yes, arriving, just arriving.
I'll trust you, darling.
2 or 3 more. Okay, here we are.
Yes. Next stop.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Taberna.
Thank you. Very nice to see you. How is everything?
See you again. Everything okay? Everything okay?
Wonderful. Please come in.
Thank you.
It's always a great pleasure to come to your house.
I love this place.
Just please a little bit of... Yeah?
How beautiful they are doing this. Yes.
I'm going to test with the temperature.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Okay.
Is it okay?
Wonderful. Thank you. So now that we can keep the social distance because we are in your wonderful establishment, we can remove our masks. Way better now.
We're going to check all the dining rooms that we've got. Okay? I'm going to show you a little bit about our gastronomic restaurant here in the Taberna del house. Alright? So, you follow me, please? Of course.
Okay. Enrique Amado is the CEO of this wonderful place and gastronomic school, a premium restaurant, Taberna del Verdadero. Why the name of Verdadero?
Well, the name of Verdadero comes from in English, the translation is the big feeder, which is the royal army, from the royal house Spain.
That's
So
why
our
the
first
name,
establishment,
your logo.
exactly, our first establishment is just nearby the Royal Palace in Madrid. So our president chose the name of Alabardero, which is the soldier, you know?
Interesting story.
It's a kind of tavern, ancient tavern.
Good to know. Okay.
All right?
So let's have a look. So Enrique, we would like you to tell us a little bit of the history of this amazing house, because this is an incredible example of a palatial manor house of Seville from the 19th century, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for your comments. Well, welcome to our house, to Taberna Alabardero Sevilla. Now we are in the daily dining room that we call it. This is a gastronomic restaurant that is opened since the last 1992, when it was the Universal Exposition in Sevilla, Expo Sevilla 1992, sorry about that.
I got American exhibition.
Yeah, exactly. And well, the long tradition of the house is it is an historic palace of Sevilla, an historic house from the Cabestany poet, international poet, that it was built in the 19th century, and we bought it in 1990, and we made a big, really big renovation about all the dining rooms, all the spaces of the house and everything. And we tried to focus on the decoration, on the ancient decoration of the house, and also all the different colors, all the different spices, very particular and very individual dining rooms that offer to the clients a really high privacy service and international service that, well, our client is 100% international people, so we are trying to give a private service and excellent service about this, you know.
Wonderful. You can feel it in the atmosphere because there are several different rooms all over around the patio. That's very civilian. So depending on the number of the groups, you can have like a very private, very unique experience.
Well, in the times that we are living right now with the pandemic and all this, the client right now is looking for privacy, looking for having a safety space where he can enjoy with his family, have a completely private diner or lunch or whatever, and we could offer that without no problem, because we got all the facilities that we have in the house. I think that we can manage around 220 people, 250 people separate in different spaces at the same moment. So for the client and for his family or for his company or whatever, it's absolutely a high point and something that is really exclusive for them and give them a really high security according to the times that we are living right now with the pandemic and everything, you know. So it's a high point, a really big point that we need to communicate to the people, and also for the Asian market, this is something that they are looking for that.
Of course, and we would like to offer the idea that Seville is a 100% COVID-free destination, and it's not only a magnificent top-tier destination, but a safe.
It's a safe destination, absolutely a safe destination. Well, we know that Andalusia didn't have too much impact in the COVID-19, and what we are trying to do is absolutely before the client comes to our facilities, we give them all the information about all the procedures, standards, and everything that we are applying, because we got different business courses. One of the business courses is hospitality management schools that we already have, as you know. We got the Sevilla, the Escuela Superior de Hostelería de Sevilla, which is an international hospitality management school opened since 27 years ago. But all the city and all the professionals that surround the hospitality industry and the hotellerie industry are asking us how to proceed, how do we need to communicate protocols, how we need to give the service, how we need to teach our personnel in the manners, in the how to proceed. And at the end of the day, you need to realize that we need now to give a really high education, okay, because everything has changed in these things, no? So we are trying to, first of all, to show to the client, to show to the people that comes to the house to have dinner, to have lunch, to celebrate an event, to whatever they want to do it with us, we need to give security. And absolutely, it's 100% positive for me that the house and the facilities of Taberna del Lavardero, and obviously the city that surrounds our facility, gives 100% security for the people that comes to Sevilla to enjoy their holidays, to enjoy their company travel, whatever we want to focus on. We are ready to open our city to international clients that we need to have it. Absolutely.
That's wonderful news. That's great.
Absolutely. We need to be ready for that change, and I think that we are really well prepared. Really well prepared for that.
Well, as you well know, by the way, Seville has been one of the very few cities in the world that has been given by the World Travel and Tourism Council the safety stamp, proving that Seville is ready for all the challenges and all the situation we are being through.
This is very important for the confidence for the international tourists. Also, the national tourists are looking for that, but they are quite more relaxed about that because they know the situation about the country. But the international clients that, well, as you should know, we got a restaurant in Washington since the last 30 years ago, something like that. And well, in Washington, when we were ready to open, then it starts all the complaints about the racings and all this that happened in the States, like 2-3 weeks ago. And the standards and the protocols that you need in the States to open a single restaurant, a takeaway restaurant, or whatever is really big procedure for them.
Very demanding.
You know what I mean? So we are more than ready to work with international clients. We also have different outlets and different restaurants in Marbella, Costa del Sol, in Malaga, all around in Spain. So we are more than ready to work with international clients, and we are really confident about our product. And I think that we can offer a security as the same measure that Sevilla as a city is offering to the international clients, the international tourists that we are, thanks God, receiving in the next months.
That's wonderful, of course. So Enrique, why don't you show us around a bit of your magnificent property so that our friends from all over the world can enjoy this magical atmosphere?
Please, I'm here to see a little bit more of this wonderful house.
No problem at all.
Let's go.
From Taberna del Lavardero in Sevilla, and today I'm going to show you how to make two really good recipes from Sevilla. The first one is a Gazpacho. It's a cold soup, tomato cold soup, that is really fresh for the summer and you're going to like too much. The second one is a rice, a typical paella, but in that case we're going to use it oxtail. So we're going to make vegetables and oxtail paella. I hope you like it. We start. Then we're gonna make our first recipe. It is a gazpacho. It is, how I said before, a cold soup from tomato, and that's the next ingredient we're gonna use. We're gonna use tomato. We're gonna use just 1 teaspoon of garlic, green pepper, some onion, cucumber, black vinegar, salt, and olive oil. We are quite ready. We have used 3 tomatoes, just a quarter of pepper, just a quarter of onion, a little bit of cucumber, half garlic, a little bit of salt. In that case, I have used a lot of vinegar because I like a lot, but if you don't like too much, just 1 spoon or half spoon, and salt. We're gonna mix with some of water, approximately half liter of water, and then when we finish to mix everything, we're gonna use some olive oil to finish to do. We're gonna leave in the fridge for 1 hour because that soup must be drinking so cold. So if you got ice, it's better because that's the reason we use in summer in Sevilla. It's so cold, it's so good, it's so refreshing, so Gazpacho. Okay, we got our Gazpacho ready, so we got for the first dish. In that case, we're gonna make Oxtail Paella. For our Oxtail Paella, we're gonna need, obviously, rice. In that case, we're gonna use a rice that we come from Murcia. It's called calasparra, and it's a kind of rice called bomba in Spain. It's the most typical rice to make paella. For 2 people, we're gonna use 150 grams per person, so in total 300 grams. We're gonna use vegetables. They are already cooked. We cooked it before in pan fried with oil. And in that case, we're gonna use green pepper, red pepper, carrot, onion, a little bit of garlic, some cucumber if you like, and some courgette. If you don't like, don't use it because the flavor is so strong. We're gonna use green beans. We're gonna use some mushroom. In that case, we have already cooked as well. But it is a mix of mushroom. If you prefer shiitake, if you prefer another kind of mushroom, exactly, because you like the flavor, you can use just that. And oxtail. We have to cook in red wine for 12 hours. Then we take off the bones and we press the meat. We're gonna make that squares and then we will cut to finish the paella. For our paella, it's so important have a good broth. If you don't have broth, don't you worry. We can use water. But think about it. All the flavor the broth has is the flavor that the paella gonna have. So as much better will be the broth, much better will be the paella. Think about that, and if you got a really good broth, the paella will be really good. In that case, we're gonna use a broth made with chicken and meat, some vegetables, and some saffron. So first things to make our rice is deep pan our rice. We use some olive oil. Keep the rice. And we have to move just a little bit. When we got our rice already marked, we're going to add the vegetables. Just 1 minute because the vegetables are already cooked. So we don't gonna use, we don't gonna need more cook for the vegetables. Okay? Now we're gonna cook all the broth. It is per 300 grams of rice, 1.5 liter of broth. It's so important that the broth must be hot because if not, you get the decoction of rice and then the result final is not good. High fire, and we're gonna cook for 8 minutes to high fire. Then we will down the temperature and we're gonna leave 5 more minutes at slow temperature. And in that case, we're gonna finish our rice in the oven. If you got the oven, you need 5 more minutes in the oven, 250 grams, 300 grams. If you don't have oven, you have to leave 8 minutes on a high fire and then 10 more minutes at slow fire. It's important the water start to boil to start to count the time. Meanwhile, we're gonna cut the oxtail. You can comprove there is no bone here, so we will cut slice around 1 centimeter. There's no problem if the slices are broken because all the meat go into the rice. Now rice is starting to boil. That's the moment we start to count the time, and in that moment we can move a little bit. It is not a risotto, it is a paella, so we don't want to use butter, we don't want to use nothing else. Just move, and with the broth they got, it will be enough for the rice. Then we're gonna stop to move. When the first 8 minutes pass, we will leave the rice to cook, and we don't gonna touch it. Okay, the first 8 minutes have already passed, so we're gonna add the mushroom, the green beans, and we're gonna down the temperature. That's the last time we're gonna move the rice. Now we keep down the temperature and we'll leave there for 5 more minutes. Then we will go to the oven. It's so important you control the flavor of the stock, because if the stock, the broth, is so salty, all the flavor is gonna be concentrated here. The water will be boiling and we're gonna be evaporated, and then all the flavor salty gonna rest to the pan. So it's so important you don't put too much salt in the rice. Okay, the next 5 minutes have already passed, so we're gonna add the oxtail, the big slice we will leave around the rice, and small one we're gonna put in the middle. That's the point, we will go to the oven. I remember to you, if you don't have oven, don't you worry. You can leave the rice there in the fire for 5 more minutes at slow temperature. But if you got oven, it's much better. The temperature of the oven must be around 250 or 300 degrees. If you don't have an oven with that temperature so high, it's much better that you finish the rice in the pan. Okay, that's the time. The 5 last minutes have already passed, so we got our rice. Nice. Okay, the rice is cooked, the oxtail is cooked, all the vegetables are cooked, so just leave dry and we hope we'll be good.
Wonderful to meet you.
Thanks.
with us. Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Very
Fine.
fine, well, very happy, and it's an honor to meet you. It's a pleasure to be here at Taberna de la Lavardero. And well, this is really a delicacy. Well, the scent, the perfume is amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about
Yes, of course.
your creation?
I made for you Oxtail Paella. It's typical from Sevilla, like
Yes.
Gazpacho. It's a really good important plate for us, a really good important dish. Everybody in their house eat every week rice,
Yes.
and I wanted to do for you. So I hope
Thank
you like.
I'm
It
sure.
smells wonderful. I mean, gazpacho also because it's a little bit hot outside, you know. It's a refreshing drink and food.
Yeah,
so
easy,
thanks very
easy.
much. It's a very good combination.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to can cook for you. Pleasure to can cook for everybody.
And it's our pleasure to meet you here. Not only cooking but also serving us. So it's
Well,
like
well.
a dream.
Well, I try to do as you're comfortable.
Thank you very much.
We're really delighted to be here.
I'm eager to taste it. I'm eager.
Yeah,
Can't wait anymore.
Okay, so I live with my rice. I hope you like it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rafa.
So Paula, do you know that gazpacho is one of the basic creations of the Spanish gastronomy, one of the most famous recipes we have all over the world? Very easy to make, very refreshing, and not only that, very healthy. It's one of the unmissable recipes in order to taste the best
Yeah.
of the Spanish gastronomy.
Especially in summertime.
Especially in summertime.
Springtime.
Has a lot of
Yeah.
vitamins, lots of benefits for your organism.
Let's try.
So you're very good health.
Cheers. Wonderful.
It's great.
I need it. So refreshing. Oh, it's marvelous.
Especially in this warm weather,
Yeah.
because you know Seville, one of the privileges of Seville as a destination is that we enjoy over 300 days of sunshine per year. So the good weather in Seville is almost guaranteed.
You only have to look the light coming through the ceiling.
Or blue sky or natural
Yeah.
light, it's amazing.
That is.
And also, speaking about food, our products are top tier category, you know, some of the best vegetables, food, rice. We have to consider that Seville, we are in the banks of the Guadalquivir River, which is the only navigable river in the entire Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
And we are very close to the ocean. We are only 52 miles away from the Atlantic Ocean. That creates a special, unique microclimate. And thanks to the fertile soil of the valley of the Guadalquivir River, we are able to grow the largest fields of rice in the entire European continent. Do you know that? That's the reason why rice is so popular in our gastronomy.
Because yes, yeah, Sevillian companies export lots of rice during the whole year all around the world, isn't it? Oh, that's fine.
So what we do with olive oil, of the first category, Andalusia or region, is the largest producer and exporter of pure virgin extra olive oil, which is all golden liquid, like this a glorious product. And also olives.
The doctors say it gives you life.
That's why we live
Yeah.
longer and for sure happier.
Mediterranean diet. Okay, so
You're starving
Okay,
after
for-
such a busy day.
tasty.
Me too.
Yeah,
Looks delicious.
looks delicious.
So Paula, look at the wonderful color.
With the baby beans. I love this stuff.
So let's go ahead. Let's do it.
How is it? I can't believe it.
This is simply gorgeous.
Yeah. Let's try a bit. It melts into your mouth.
It surely
Wonderful.
does. The combination of textures, you can see all the vegetables, the mushrooms, the meat.
You can even taste also the olive oil. very Mediterranean.
This is so healthy and so easy to be made at home.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
we at home, in my family, every week we have like a different recipe of rice because the possibilities are endless.
My grandmother, I remember, she used to cook black rice. Wonderful.
I also love that version.
Yeah. Excellent. I have no words.
Me either. You know, when traveling, it's a must to taste the local gastronomy. You learn a lot and you understand the way of life of the destination you are traveling to.
Definitely. It's part of the culture of the destination.
Of course, because you know, in the end, you are what you eat.
Yes. And food is a great motivation to travel also.
Indeed, Seville is a wonderful destination for food lovers. So foodies, don't miss Seville as your next stop.
Let's drink a little bit of Gazpacho again. Oh, so thirsty.
And Gazpacho is so easy to make. When I make it at home, I keep it in the fridge, and every couple of days you can make new Gazpacho.
Yeah, it's very
With the ripened tomatoes. Now is the season that we are in summertime. You add your pepper, your onion.
Yeah.
So good.
A little bit of garlic, not too much, but a little bit. It's a special taste also.
So what's the vinegar? Good quality olive oil, of course.
Cherry vinegar. I love it. It's a special vinegar.
We have to take into account that the sherry wine is made only 40 miles away from Seville.
So close.
And it's very light, you know, because you have vegetables, you have proteins, you have the rice with the meat.
Everything in the same dish.